Hey, it's Chuck here, back with Milton Daily Homes. I just had a group meeting actually, so I just got back. It's a little bit later. I'm sending you this video. And if you're taking notes, this is the same shirt I wore yesterday, but I get a free pass because I only wore it for the video. So it's still clean. I wore it today, okay? So I know what some people think. Anyhow, I'm just kidding around. 8 listings today. We'll start off with 661 Childs, number 51. And I've always liked these ones. The maintenance fees are a little bit lower in this complex. They're $222 a month, compared to probably the average of about $270, $280. And it looks like this one's had a lot of renovations. That doesn't look like actual crown molding. It just looks like they painted it, but I think it achieves a similar effect. You've got good looking floors here. It's not too cluttered. I love the dining room that's a little bit higher than the family room, because what happens is you've now got a really high ceiling in your family room, and there's a walkout to the yard, so you do get a lot of light in there. And the kitchen looks good. Looks like it's got newer cabinets, and it's, I think, the right size. You could still fit an eat-in table there too. And you've got one full washroom on the top floor, and then you've got usually a powder room right on the main level when you come in the door. So, and then you've also got a finished basement, which I don't think they showed in the pictures. All in, I'm a big fan of this one. I think it looks good. They put a new furnace in 2010, which is always nice. Okay, so Mark Street is $349, and it's a Bolton model, 1275 square feet. Great floor plan, really nice. So you've got your kitchen here, and then just where the photographer's standing is where the eat-in area is. This is more towards the escarpment area south of Derry. You can see the eat-in right there, and then that's the front window right there, and then you have an entrance just off to the side. Living room and sort of dining room. The kitchen opens up to the dining, and then you also have this sort of living family room. 3 bedrooms upstairs. They're generally good size. That looks small, but it's actually not that small, I don't think anyways. So yeah, so here's the other thing I want to mention. So Mattamy Homes, usually what happens with, I would say probably 80% of the builders out there, is they have direct access to the backyard from the garage. So there's usually a long pathway that leads from the garage to the backyard. There's a door that opens up. Mattamy doesn't have that. So when you buy a Mattamy home, a townhome anyway, it's not a semi or a detached, but townhomes that are joined by both sides, you actually have a right over your neighbor's property to bring your lawnmower into the backyard. And a lot of times when we're touring homes with buyers, as they say, hey dude, like what's that about? It's not ideal for them. Now you can put a shed, you can do something back here so you're not having to lug your stuff through, but the alternative would be taking your lawnmower right through your house. And so they do set up the backyard so that you actually do have a legal right to cross over your neighbor's property. And so that's what that fence represents. This is looking directly out from the kitchen. And so there you go. So that can be something that a lot of people aren't aware of, and it's usually only with the Mattamy Homes. Okay, so Thompson Road is 414.9. It's a semi. It's a Southbury, 1987 square feet. And it's actually a really nice floor plan. So that looks like the family room. And it also looks like they did they kind of knocked out that wall. So there's some different stuff here that you don't see with every listing. That's towards the middle of the house, I guess you could say. That's the front of your house. A lot of people use that as a home office. It's right beside the front door. And then you also have the kitchen here, and you can see how it opens up to that family room with the half wall. Good rooms upstairs. You normally either have a laundry room up on the second floor, or you've got kind of a loft area, and sometimes a bit of both. Laundry's upstairs, all the rest of it. So it's a good looking listing. The thing about being on Thompson, you hear the busy road, but generally your little street is quiet. They're like little tuck-away streets that come off of Thompson. Now, the one thing that people aren't always aware of is those little cutaway streets that these homes are on. You cannot park on the street. It's considered a fire hazard. So your guests, if they can't fit in the driveway, if you don't have enough spaces, they have to end up going like to a side street or something like that. They can't park directly in front of the home. So that can sometimes be a bit of a bummer. And so what else we got here? We've got Weston Road, 439,878, and it's a link home, so you can see how close it is here. So I believe the basement is joined on this side, so they share a foundation wall. It's a little bit cheaper for the builders, but it really does look like a detached home from the outside. Nice. They've done a couple extra trees in the front, it looks like. Inside, you've got you've got your living, dining in the front, your family room, and a very nicely upgraded kitchen. So I think there's a lot of money spent in there, and that's where you spend your money if you can. California shutters, hardwood stairs, pot lights, all the rest of it. So there's been some real nice upgrades, very tasteful colors in this one. Hardwood on the main would probably help them get up to this number. I think they're going to do well either way. It's probably about 1,900 square feet or so, 3 bedrooms, and just a nice looking home all around. Field is at $539. And they've come down from $549. Been listed for a really long time. Field is a fantastic street. I just think, it probably doesn't give you the huge wow factor. I think the home's maybe 2,300 square feet. We do see a lot of the newer homes. There's a couple that listed at $539. I think I profiled them about a week ago. They're both already sold conditional, which really surprised me because this price range can be tricky. There's a lot of competition. So definitely coming down to $539 is going to help their cause. They still do have a lot of competitors. Okay, there's a lot of double car garage homes for that price that really, they've got a lot of upgrades in them. So Topper is at $579. So you think about $40,000 more than the previous one, less than 10%. You're now up to 3,200 square feet. Huge home for the price. And Tupper's a bit of a busier street, and it could be a little close to the school. I'm not sure. It's got a great layout, though. So that's your living, dining in the front. Your kitchen, you've got a huge area for a table here, and it sort of hubs the home like it's the center. This area where the table is really kind of the center of everything. And you've got your door to the garage right there, and then it opens up to a pretty big family room here too. So Millwood built this one, and that's your master, and it's big. It's a big master. It's like a hotel, like a luxury hotel. Did the ceiling effect here too. That's something Heathwood likes to do. Upgraded kitchen countertops with the double sinks. Nice looking listing for $579. I don't think you'll find a bigger home for this money. It's a very good value if you're looking at square footage. And the nice thing is there's actually a bit of upgrades in here too. So Potts Terrace, 624.8. It's a lovely home. Been inside it a couple times, and you've got about 3,000 square feet. It's a Mattamy. It's called a Vanderwood. And you've got hardwood on both floors. You've got just really nice color choices. Some of the light fixtures have been upgraded. It's a nice white kitchen. I think sometimes it's the dark kitchens. I mean, it's still very desirable and tasteful. I don't know, sometimes because I see it so often, I really like the look of a good classic white kitchen. You've got the granite countertops, the California shutters, stainless steel appliances. And there's your second floor, and you've got the hardwood there. Double sink, so just really well thought out. A great listing, and I think that it competes well. There's a lot of listings right now from about $580 to about $640. And, there's the one on Yates for the same price. Yates might have a little bit more upgrades, but that's the battle here. Potts is a super street. So these guys, I think, are going to do really well. And the last one is Country Lane Court. It's at $699.9, and it's a raised bungalow. And where it is it's in Moffat. Okay, so there's First Line, which is basically Bronte when you go further up, and Side Road 15. And so you've got train tracks that come here, so you probably do hear them from here, but it's nice that you're a little bit off the road and you're a little bit closer, or you're a little further away from the train tracks. Overall, I think it's a good location. I think it's pretty close to town. Okay, so you can see you've got the, I guess that's a propane tank. It's a little hard to see from here. Double car garage, raised bungalow. So if you're looking for no stairs, I don't know if this one entirely fits the mold, but I suppose you could have one floor living provided that you walk up those first few stairs. And hardwood floors, nice big high ceilings. And you also have your lower level with the walkout door, pool table, pool in the backyard, and you're talking about a nice looking piece of land too. I think it's on about 3/4 of an acre. And actually, no, sorry, it's 1.5 acres, pardon me. And the other thing that we talk about a lot in the videos is when you see a date like May 3rd, 2012, that's probably an important date. So these guys have, I'm guessing the clock's ticking and there is a next step involved. So if you're looking for that closing, You come in, you make an offer. Negotiation's all about win-win. So if they get this date, maybe maybe there's something to be said for what can happen with that negotiation. So it's a good looking home. I think it's a good price. I'm a big fan of it. So that's the list for today. Come by on the weekend if you want to drop by for a tour. Meet us at Starbucks. You got to let us know usually the day before. So let us know today, and we'll see you on Monday with more Milton Daily Homes. Have a great weekend.